Hey, 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 it's just your sister girl Favor picking up from the live tonight. And I wanted to pick up from Deuteronomy 3, the first verse. Okay? So, the victory over Og and Bashan right now is just a recap of what was going on with Israel at the time. Okay? So, it says here in verse 1. Next, we turned and headed for the land of Bashan, where King Og and his entire army attacked us at Edrei. But the Lord told me, "Do not be afraid of him, for I have given you victory over Og and his entire army, and I will give you all his land. Treat him just as you treated King Sihon of the Amorites, and who ruled in Heshbon." So basically, God gave them victory over King Sihon. And now he's telling them, I'm giving you also victory over King Og. Don't be afraid of him because he's already been handed over to you. Because if God be for you, who could be against you? And if he's telling them, I'm for you, my hand is upon you, you don't have anybody to fear. Treat him the same way you treated King Sihon and rule over that land. So the Lord our God handed King Og and all his people over to us, and we killed them all. Not a single person survived. We conquered all 60 of his towns, the entire Argob region, and his kingdom of Bashan. Not one single town escaped our conquest. These towns were all fortified with high walls and barred gates. We also took many unwalled villages at the same time. We completely destroyed the kingdom of Bashan, just as we had destroyed King Sihon of Heshbon. We destroyed all the people in every town. We conquered men, women, and children alike, but we kept all the livestock for ourselves and took plunder from all the towns. So we took the land of the two Amorite kings east of the Jordan River, all the way from the Arnon Gorge to Mount Hermon. Mount Hermon is called Sirion by the Sidonians, and the Amorites call it Senir. We had now conquered all the cities on the plateau, and all Gilead and Bashan, as far as the town of Selkah and Edrei, which was part of Og's kingdom in Bashan. King Og of Bashan was the last survivor of the giant Rephaites. His bed was made of iron, and he was more than 13 feet long and 6 feet wide. It can still be seen in Ammonite city of Rabbah. So that's giving you a little bit of a look of how big he was. His bed was made of iron. It was 13 foot long and 6 feet wide, because he was one of the Rephaites, a giant. So the people that they was going to war against in that land were actually descendants of the Anunnaki, giants. Okay? Land divisions east of the Jordan. When we took possession of this land, I gave to the tribes of Reuben and Gad the territory beyond Aurora along the Arnon Gorge, plus half of the hill country of Gilead with its towns. Then I gave the rest of Gilead and all Bashan, Og's former kingdom, to the half-tribe of Manasseh. This entire Argob region of Bashan used to be known as the land of the Rephaites. Jair, a leader from the tribe of Manasseh, conquered the whole Argob region in Bashan, all the way to the border of the Geshurites and the Maacathites. Jair renamed the country after himself, calling it the towns of Jair, as it is still known today. I gave Gilead to the tribes of Reuben, the clan of Machir, and Gad. The area I gave them extended from the middle of the Arnon Gorge in the south to the Jabbok River of the Ammonite frontier. They also received the Jordan Valley, all the way from the Sea of Galilee down to the Dead Sea, with the Jordan River serving as the western boundary. To the east were the slopes of Pisgah. At that time, I gave this command to the tribes that would live east of the Jordan. Although the Lord your God has given you this land as your property, all your fighting men must cross the Jordan ahead of your Israelite relatives, armed and ready to assist them. Your wives, children, and numerous livestock, however, may stay behind in the towns I have given you, when the Lord has given security to the rest of the Israelites, as he has to you. And when they occupy the land the Lord your God is giving them across the Jordan River, then you may all return here to the land I have given you. So basically, they wanted their children and wives to be safe. And God said, sure, long as you go along to help everybody else fight to secure the land that I'm giving to you. And they agreed to that, and they did so. Okay? At the time I gave Joshua this charge, you have seen for yourself everything the Lord your God has done to these two kings. He will do the same to all the kingdoms of the west side of the Jordan. Do not be afraid of the nations there, for the Lord your God will fight for you. At that time I pleaded with the Lord and said, O sovereign Lord, you have only begun to show your greatness and the strength of your hand to me, your servant. Is there any God in heaven or on earth who can perform such great and mighty deeds as you do? Please let me cross the Jordan to see the wonderful land on the other side, the beautiful hill country and the Lebanon mountains. But the Lord was angry with me because of you, and he would not listen to me. That's enough, he declared. Speak of it no more, but go up to Pisgah Peak and look over the land in every direction. Take a good look, but you may not cross the Jordan River. Instead, commission Joshua and encourage and strengthen him, for he will lead the people across the Jordan. He will give them all the land you now see before you as their possession. So we stayed in the valley near Beth Peor. So again, it keeps coming up that obedience is better than sacrifice. And even though Moses was chosen by God, for God, he wasn't permitted to go into the land of Canaan because he had disobeyed God. And it simply came down to trusting God and believing everything that God has said. God told him to speak to the rock, and he struck the rock. So because of that, God told him, because he disobeyed him and he didn't have faith in him, that he wouldn't be able to enter into the land of Canaan, him or Aaron, who had now since passed on. But the one thing is for sure and two things for certain, that God is with the Israelites, and because he's with them, no one can stand against them. And as always, I'm just your sister girl Favor. I'm always going to be coming through, loving you, and I'll be speaking with you. Till next time.